Here's my basic problem. The Fed says the long-term Fed funds rate on normal conditions is 2.5% with 2% rate of inflation. If you take a look at their dot plots all the way to the end, and they've done this for years, 2.5 is considered the normal rate for the Fed funds rate. Now we have 7% inflation. And by the way, next week, we're going to get another inflation announcement. I expect it to jump even further above 7%. How does 1% stop 7 when they say 2.5% is consistent with 2? In addition, Powell admitted in the last news conference that we have one of the strongest labor markets we've ever had. Combination of strong labor markets, combination of 7% inflation. It seems to me that we've got to jump the Fed funds rate much more than what the market is expecting. I don't think the stock market is fully prepared for that, and that's why I think there's going to be some more rocky times ahead. Now, that said, I haven't sold my stock. I have some cash. Market goes down, I'm going to make it work. I'm positioned more towards the value stocks because I think that they're going to resist the rate hikes better than the long duration stocks. I'm not bearish about the stock market. Long term, I still think it's very fairly valued. I just think that we got to be prepared for a much more aggressive Federal Reserve.
So
I wish
you haven't been tempted?
I often,
like you haven't
yeah,
been
I mean, I would
to buy in just with the lows we've seen. I mean, with the sell-off that we've seen.
I'm waiting for a bit more, maybe 5% to 10. I do not try to do short-term manipulation in the market. I try to look at long-term valuation, and I see long-term valuations as being reasonable. I don't see anyone should panic, even if we have another 5 or 10%. I'm just saying that it seems to me, could the Fed say 2.5 is a normal Fed funds rate in a 2% inflation world, and when we have a 7% inflation world, we're afraid to raise it to 1 or 1.5. I mean, I'd love Steve Leisman. I guess March 16th is our next one to ask Chairman Powell that question. Those are the inconsistencies that worry me right now, that the Fed is going to catch up with what they say is reality.